just got home, and we got home last night. I went to work. I just went in to go check some emails and stuff. But I noticed that the tent in my tank is just about gone. It was time for a refresh anyway. But when the water level got that low, that filter went into overdrive and pulled the tent out a little more than I wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna do some botanicals and do a DIY tent real fast with DIY botanicals. So if you live in a place where you got 4 seasons, unlike Texas or Florida, where in Texas we just got hot and not so hot, fall is a great time to get into botanicals if you haven't done it yet, or if you can't stomach the idea or justify the idea of paying for leaves. So I'm finna get my rake right here that I already got, regular yard rake, and I'm finna rake up some of these leaves outside, take them in the house, and make ghetto or DIY tanning tea. At the end of the day, I know for a fact that there ain't no pesticides in my yard, no chemicals, no nothing like that. They not spraying for bugs anyway this time of year. So I'm gonna rake up my leaves, fill them up in a shoebox, and when I get ready to make the tea, I'll get back to you. Hook 'em horns. Y'all sit tight.
Intentions, don't wanna see you win nothing. They wanna see somebody falling short to the system. Intentions, don't wanna see you win nothing. They wanna see somebody falling short to the system. I was a kid with big dreams, high hopes. I smoke self-esteem like a blunt. Ain't give a fuck, used to dream of what it's like to be famous. Go to sleep with niggas on dream chasing. After the paper planes like MIA. Life's too short, why the fuck would it wait for me? Lost my cousin at 15, it still takes a toll now. Thinking about how we both would've been grown now. Success, been a lonely road, still get hard for me. I had so many down the ride, that's just cars on me. I got the drive, don't need a chauffeur. Tired of wasting all my time without a dime left to chauffeur.
I'm back inside now, and I got a pretty good, decent haul. So I got my leaves here, and in the other pot I have some older leaves. In this pot, older leaves, they're still good. They're gonna provide tannins. They're not gonna be for decorations, but I only got 1 round of tea out of those, so they're still good. I'm gonna reuse those. Fresh ones here are gonna give me not the darkest tan I want, but they look very, very nice. They're crispy, they're dry. So I'm just gonna throw these in here in this colander. Now you can do this right in your house. You know, don't make a mess. Add the leaves. And all you're gonna do is rinse them. Give those guys a rinse. Easy. So I'm gonna take these and we're gonna move over to the pot. While I was on my holiday for Thanksgiving, I got to do a live stream with Aquafunk. And it was a cool live stream. If you guys didn't get a chance to check out that live stream, check out that live stream. So I got to do a collab with Jay. He was really nice enough to bring me into his home, and everything that we use as examples, I don't waste nothing. So I asked him if I could keep it, and of course he was nice enough to give it to me. So I got some magnolia. I didn't have any more left, and I haven't had a chance to go out and get any. So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare these now too. With this one, since the cluster is so nice, I'm not gonna take it off the individual stems. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take some scissors, regular scissors, and I'm gonna cut it. Boom, just like that. So it's a really nice little cluster. Here's the scissors. Put those down. Here's the other piece. So there you go, easy day. I'm gonna prepare all of these botanicals that I got from him the same way that I prepared the other ones. And when the tea is ready, I'll get back to you guys. Sit tight. So I got all my botanicals in here. I got the ones from the box that Jay gave me at Aquafunk. And the ones that I'm gonna use, that green stuff really, that caught my eye. And I don't know where he got it, but thank you Aquafunk for giving me those. So that was 2 gallons of water. As you can see, this is a big pot. I'm gonna fill it up again, and then we're gonna set it on a boil, and we're gonna get these bad boys in some tanks. This is 2 tanks worth. So this green stuff is gonna go in the cool tank, I'll show you in a minute, and everything else is gonna go in the brackish black water. No, it's not. It's going in the Amazon black water. I got too many. Anyway, sit tight, we're coming back. So I'm adding my second bucket of water. Now, I did this for a reason. I made sure that I put the green stuff in here because I want to show you guys what's going to happen. So with the green stuff, it's going to get wet, obviously. It's going to get delicate, but the only reason I put the green stuff in here with the dead stuff is because I want you guys to see that it doesn't take long to render this ready for use in your aquarium. Get some of these vines off of here. Could have cleaned it a little better. And for some reason I had the hot water on with that second bucket, so this green stuff is almost already ready. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the fire. And there we are. So I'm just gonna let that go, and I'll get back to you guys in a second. Sit tight. So now I'm at the pot, and take a look at this basically, and this is why I say the green stuff you don't need to put it in there for that long. Okay, this is what I use. Some people use a big wooden spoon. I use, boom, get an old back scratcher. It's broke. I didn't want to waste it, so this is what I'm using to push down everything in the pot to make sure you get everything submerged. Now, if you take this green stuff out, look, it's ready. It's bright, it's green, it's beautiful, and when I put it in the water, it's gonna sink down to the bottom like how I want it to. I'm gonna let that just sit tight for just a few more seconds, maybe about 2-3 minutes, and boom, we're gonna be straight. I need to start me a cooking show. Okay, so the green botanicals are ready, and I'm gonna take those out and get them a rinse and go ahead and add them to the tank. And when I'm done arranging it, I'll show you guys what it looks like. You guys know I'm dedicated. I got a camera over a pot of hot boiling water. We're gonna get them over here, and to stop them from turning any darker, I'm gonna hit them with some cold water right away. So just hit them with some cold water. All of them, see, they're all flexible and stuff now. That looks really dope. Hit them with some cold water. Easy day. Let that happen. I'm gonna grab the rest out of this pot. Come over here. So it's been a few hours now. It's been about 2 hours to be exact. And you can see what we got is a nice tea. Now obviously the longer you let them go, the darker it will get over time. Right now this is exactly the color I wanted. So I'm going to take the leaves out, I'm going to give them a rinse, and then we're going to see what it looks like to add them to the aquarium. So let me get these guys rinsed, and I'll meet you guys back at the aquarium. So now we're back at the aquarium, and this gives you guys a good chance to see some of the plants have grown in. A lot of the older immersed leaves are gone. The immersed leaves have kicked in, they're dark green. As you can see, the tint isn't completely gone, but it's not as dark as it was when I first started. That's about to change. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the botanicals first, and then after the tea actually cools off and gets a bit darker, I'll add that at a later time. but I'm gonna go ahead and add the botanicals now to give you guys an idea of how I do it and how it works in it. And I'm not stingy with it because all of this stuff is gonna decompose fairly quickly. And you also have to remember, when you're using the botanicals along with the tea, both of them are going to leach tannins into the water over time as they naturally break down. So I just get them in more or less where I would like for them to be. And then I'll come back with my pincets, or sometimes I'll use my hand. I'll wash my hand and I'll use my hand to kind of arrange them where I want to go. So while we're waiting for these guys to sink and get where they go, I'll come back and I'll tuck them in little nooks and crannies, so on and so forth. But that's what it looks like right now. Let's see if we can pan over just a hair. So that's what you got, is that. You can see. So you got a big glob. It looks like a hot mess right now. And it does, and that's fine. So you got what looks like a hot mess. But when I'm done tucking and laying, like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason. I throw them in, and then after I've seen that they've sunk, I just assist them. So that's what we got right here. We're gonna get these tucked in around the nooks and crannies because the plants are the focus. This is really just for secondary, for aesthetic purposes, and also for the tannins that they're gonna provide to the aquarium. So let me get that done. I'm gonna add a couple more rounds, and then I'll come back and show you guys the finished product. So we've just about got it where we want it. Everything's in here placed. I'm waiting for the tannin tea to cool off. But what I want you to do is, I want to give you guys a look at it while it's still clear. That way you can check it out. We're gonna wait for that tea to cool off. It's just about done. And boom, we're gonna add the tannin tea, and we're gonna take one last look at it so we can see our finished project. Okay guys, so as you can see, like I said, it's not 100% crystal clear, but this is definitely not black water in no way, shape, or form. But it does give you a good chance to look at the representative growth of the plants that have been in here while they were in black water. So I'm just gonna pan just real quickly so you guys get an idea. There's Aquafunk's magnolia cluster right there in the middle. The fish are starting to not be so mad at me for messing around in their home. And boom, that's where you have it. Even some of the angels are starting to come out. Some of these guys. And that's just about the gist of it, folks. So, like I said, we're gonna wait for this tannin tea to go ahead and cool off. Once the tannin tea cools off, I'm gonna add just a small amount, and I'll explain why only a small amount. Then we'll wrap this thing up. So here's our finished product. All right, we got a nice, decent tint. Not too dark, but it will darken over time. The fish are absolutely going nuts. They love it. I love it. And it looks great. I'm really pleased with the way this one turned out. And if you guys were wondering what happened to the green stuff that I boiled, here it is in the Miami Vice brackish black water tank. There are some of the bamboo shoots. Those right there, believe it or not, are mangrove propagules seeds. But yeah, I think correctly they're called propagules, because one of the cool things about a mangrove is they have live babies. It's not a seed. It's already growing. It just needs to anchor in some mud and keep growing. It finishes growing on the plant, or the tree if you will, before it drops in the water. But there she is, good as ever, the old Miami Vice tank. I love this little tank, y'all. I really love it. The pseudomugils, look at them. I'm gonna zoom. Wow. They look good though. Love them. Look at those things just floating. I need to top off, but I don't want to piss them off no more. Look at those beautiful blue eyes. But yeah, so just a quick, y'all ain't seen this one in a while. 75 seconds ain't gonna hurt nobody. All right guys, so that's gonna wrap this one up. Thank you guys for watching. So just to recap, went in the yard, got some leaves, boiled some leaves, added them to the aquarium. Boom, aquarium looks great. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have been wondering why I don't post so much, just real quick, it's because I want to do quality, not quantity. I want this stuff to be substantial. I don't want to bore you to death, and I want you to be able to actually be able to watch it, learn from it, and then go try to do it yourself. This is the DIY Blackwater Amazon Pantanal simulation tank. So with that being said, love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please become a member of the family. Hit the link, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell. Check me out on Instagram at WARRIORPLANTEDTANKS. This is Steve from Warrior Planted Tanks. Thank you guys for watching once again. I love you guys. Keep tanking. Keep it gypsy style. I'm out.